one famous author we all know, grew up there, and his name was Samuel Clemens, but we know him as Mark Twain. He was born and raised in the state of Missouri, and he grew up along the Mississippi River in a small town called Hannibal, in the same area where our fictional character Tom Sawyer grows up. So in a lot of ways, Tom Sawyer is connected to Mark Twain's own life growing up on the Mississippi River. Now, Mark Twain is his pen name, and that actually comes from being on a steamboat on the Mississippi River. And what it is a marker for the depth of the water. And they need to measure the depth of the water because they don't want their steamships to hit the bottom of the river and get stuck there. So that measuring rope, the person that was measuring the water would call out the depth, but not in feet per se. Each 10-foot marking had a special name. And Mark Twain meant 20-foot depth of water, which was the safety depth to bring the steamboat up the river. So that's where Samuel Clemens gets his pen name, Mark Twain. And Samuel Clemens was a kind of a learning to be a pilot on a steamboat on the Mississippi River. And he lasted at the job for about 2 years. And he did go up and down the Mississippi River. All of those stories that he writes about, and steamboats and all of that sort of thing, were all part of his life. And icons today, they still have special vacations that people will travel up and down the Mississippi River on those old steamboats. But those steamboats back then were very dangerous. So he was kind of learning to be a pilot. He quits the job. He finds a job on the boat for his cousin. And his cousin kind of takes over his place on the boat. So he leaves. About a year later, the steam engine on the boat that he was piloting, the person that was supposed to take care of the engine, there's a lot of pressure in those engines with the steam. He was chasing some girl, not paying attention, and the steam engine exploded. There were 420 passengers on board that ship. Half of them perished in that accident, including his cousin. So we never know what would have happened to Mark Twain if he had stayed in that job. Of course, back then, kids growing up on the Mississippi River, that was what they wanted to be. Like kids today want to be a famous basketball star or baseball star or a pop singer. Well, back then you wanted to be a steamboat captain. Okay, so Steamboats were kind of the pop culture icon of that day. And this connects to somebody we know as a cultural icon cartoonist named Walt Disney. And Walt Disney's first cartoon was Mickey Mouse. And in that first cartoon, Mickey Mouse is a steamboat wannabe captain. And we've got a little video clip showing that. Walt Disney's introduction to the cartoon world through Mickey Mouse. It's called Steamboat Willie, and we'll take a look at that. Also, we have another short video clip of the famous scene from Tom Sawyer, where he gets in trouble with his aunt and he has to go and paint the picket fence outside the house. And he convinces all his friends that this is even better than going swimming at the old swimming hole. So we have a little video clip about that story. Everybody knows that one.